Tuesday and every Thursday. Y'all tap in.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is anybody out there?
Is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank
and Cynthia.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank
and Cynthia. It's
the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's where we can kick
every Tuesday.
Everything is going
every
down.
Thursday.
They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends, the Roy Anthony
every
Show.
Tuesday.
It's during the week, homie. The Roy
every
Anthony
Thursday.
Show. What you listening to? The Roy Anthony Show. Come on and get a
tap in
before we gotta
tap
go.
in.
What you listening to? The Roy Anthony
every
Show.
Tuesday.
Come on and kick it with us. The Roy Anthony
every
Show.
Thursday.
It's going down, homeboy. The Roy Anthony Show. Co-host
tap in.
Big Hank. We getting it. What you think? Hey. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank
and Cynthia.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank
and Cynthia Joy.
Never seen a horse before in my life. From the ghetto. And then she arranged for us to go horseback riding. But I committed, fellas, you know how we commit, like playing basketball, you going for a layup, you know your shot's about to get blocked, but you committed. I knew it was messed up because we was headed out to the Foothill Ranch, and she stopped at Jack in the Box to get a breakfast burrito. Well, eggs and tomato paste don't go well with me. She's like, how you like your burrito? I said, oh, it's good. So we get out of here to the Foothill Ranch, and they bring out her horse. He was all elegant and nice. They bring my horse out. He was like Donkey from Shrek. I was like, yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, I know you're not going to ride that, Roy. No, take this back. Bring me back a horse. They must have gave him a potion because they brought him out of thoroughbreds, you know. He was flexing his muscles and he was intimidating me. And I've dealt with ferocious animals, don't get me wrong. I've dealt with pit bulls and rottweilers. I tell them to sit, they sit. But this horse was scaring me, boy. I was more nervous than a gay man in church. Because you don't look at a horse in both his eyes. You look at that horse from that one side and it's just that cyclops of feeling, you know. I see my whole body in that one eye. So my day jumped on her horse all nicely. It took me 15 minutes to get up on my horse. Because I had my foot on the stirrup, but he kept backing up like he was laughing at me with that eye. So the cowhand secretly put me on. I was like, all right. So we went moseling on, you know. Moseling is a cowboy term. That means going on about your business. So I'm moseling on, you know. I start wondering is how do cowboys ride horses across the United States? Because I hadn't gone 200 yards before my ass got sores on the rear. I mean, my rear was raw. So I started leaning over my horse like I was riding sea biscuits. You know? It's a beautiful day. But I shouldn't have did that. Because the saddle has this thing that sticks up in the front. It was pressed up against my stomach. And with that jogging along and that jack in the box, I felt like I had to pass gas. But I sparted. You ever spart? That's just some embarrassing stuff right there, man. Because that's when you think you letting out some air, but you feel some improvisations. Your grippers will act like emergency brakes, man. My grippers were like, you be insecure the rest of the day, don't you? Because you be checking it. You be letting it out a little bit at a time. Because if you feel any wetness, you be like, oh, I'm sick. I ain't feeling good. I almost got a fever. I shouldn't be doing this. This ain't normal. All of a sudden, my date and the horse took off running real fast. My horse took suit. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't say giddy up or none of that. So my grippers was already on overload. And with all this going real fast, I'm screaming, hold up! So she said, what's wrong? I said, I gotta use it. Now believe me, I'm not gonna tell her what I gotta do. It was a good thing I had a couple of them Jack in the Box napkins in my pocket. So I'm gonna get off my horse the same way I got on. So I'm swinging my leg around, and the horse must have turned around and smelled some spark. Man, that joker went crazy. He brayed up, took off running. I'm like, hold! And I lost a hold of the rein, and he dragged me like 200 yards over rocks and sticks, like a cowboy movie. My foot finally came out. I was just laying there, and my date run over. She said, Roy, are you all right? That's when I got truthful with her. I was like, hell no, I'm not all right. I done snatched a hole in my afro. My back is cut up. I got diarrhea all on me. And I don't ride horses. If it takes a ride a horse.
What it do? Hey, I am Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. Our co-stars will be popping in pretty soon. Mr. Big Hank Norman and the beautiful queen, Cynthia Joy Towner. Now, Cynthia has been going back and forth through physical therapy because she had a major surgery about 4 or 5 weeks ago. So she's been taking her time, and we want her to be healthy. Usually Big Mr. Hank Norman is sitting up there working for church. He's one of the main deacons at his church in West Side Long Beach, which is St. Luke's Holy Baptist Church on the west side of Long Beach. That's right. We have, I see you, Miss Starlet Evans. We're going to bring your words up to the screen here in a second. Just like to give out the introduction. Like I said, I'm Roy Anthony. It's the Roy Anthony Show. Co-stars Big Hank Norman, Cynthia Joy Towner are always a special. She's not a guest. She's like family, but we always have to put a guest because she comes in when she can and stuff, and that's Miss Leonie Wade, come in as Miss Francine Beauty. We fall up under the WO platform, which was created by Richard King, whose stage name by his, comedic stage name is Redneck Pimp. And he my King's running presence. It's not a matter of fact, it's that he and like I tell everybody, he'll get my vote if it comes down to it. Trust me on that. If he is an independent, to write his name in, you can't just write anybody's name in on the ballot. That's against law. If there's get on there, you can do that. One of the things, like I said, entertainment, which was created to bring that commit suicide on a daily rate, and then we also throw in our teenagers daily rate, and it's very disturbing, especially for anybody in suicide, but when our and so what people commit is that sometimes they feel inadequate in this life. That's why they just want to go other side of life. I got our other co-stars came in. Let me go on and bring Big Hank in. One of the co-stars when Miss Leonie's ready to come in. I see her camera. Come on. What's up with you, Big Hank?
What's up, Roy? What's happening, baby?
I see you, man. I see you clean, groomed down and everything.
Yeah, man. Cleaned all up, man.
For real, bro.
Yes, sir.
The aura of God around you, bro. That's the real deal.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
I see on the background, and I was just still going through the introductions of how the WO was created to bring awareness about how our veterans, our teenagers commit suicide, even our personal family members. And like I said, the creator is Richie King, aka Redneck Pimp, co-creator Goose. Our associate producers, Tuesday I made a mistake. I said sponsors, our associate producers who keeps things organized, running, logged out or whatever. They, no matter where I'm at in the US, our associate producers keep me moving. That's Miss Blue Phoenix and Mr. Ethan Daly. And they work in two parts of the United States. I think Blue Phoenix in Springfield, Missouri, and in Los Angeles. And then sponsor Matthew Brooks, who's in, as I said, pays for everything well. And big count that we appear in a lot of people's main TVs. A lot of these smart TVs has YouTube and everything on there. And we he's sitting around watching people at the bars, restaurants, and I just want to give a shout out to them as well. I also want to give a shout out to our good friends, TV Nation, which is the Backward Veterans, and the fellas out there in Oregon. Then I'll give a shout out to that's in Los Angeles, California, the east of Los Angeles, Long Beach, Compton, Linwood area. Then we want to give a shout out to the whole W family. Around my puppy is 8 months old and he weighs 65 pounds, but he doesn't know that he's little. And I'm seeing him just tearing up his bed thing.
Hey, man, I don't know if it's me or if it's your reception, man, but it seemed like you're going in and out.
Oh, okay. All right. They they constantly got me on Vanguard, right?
Yeah.
But like I was credited, and then we have our personal family, friends, associates, those who don't like us. We already had hold for a second. Y'all speak to him, Big Hank. I gotta take care of this right quick.
All right. Hey, so I think today's subject is on loyalty. And
sorry about that.
You all right?
Yeah. Go ahead. You was right.
Yeah.
Loyalty. And there's things, okay, you Francine's back is in, seen her on camera and stuff. How you doing there, Miss Beautiful?
Good morning. Oh my God, who is that handsome man
Hey,
on
Bill.
my right named
Okay.
Hank?
What's up, Leone?
All the
What's up,
time for the
Leone?
years I've been working with Big Hank, I've never felt a little bit of enviness.
He's all cleaned up and
I
just
know.
Yeah.
sharp.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
just
Clean
shining
up
God
well.
is shining on Big Hank for real.
Yeah. Clean up well.
God,
You look awesome yourself,
Oh,
Leone.
thank you. I'm in
sure
my
do,
other
don't you?
domain. I'm at my suite, so it's like I'm in work form. So
Okay.
That's
Okay.
right.
Right.
We had some comments come in. Starlet Evans, she said, hi there.
What's up,
beautiful
Star?
starlet.
Laughed. Carl and Carl Robertson should have seen him at Alpaca Farm. He thought about me. Because that's where I met the Wizard of Oz. I did a performance out there at Alpaca Farm. That's the things, they look like llamas and
Yeah.
stuff. It's a long story into that and stuff. I had a good time. Oh no, she's saying then she said, sorry, I'm laughing. Thanks. Because I showed a comedy clip before I got came on, and then it's a great topic. I think I'm making sure I'm bringing in all the topics. Then she just said, okay, thank
Hey, started.
you, Hank.
All
You're
right,
cute,
started.
Roy. Thank
All
you.
right, started.
Thank
Thank
you. You
you.
made me
Thank
Oh,
you,
day.
y'all getting
started.
all the love. Y'all getting
Thank
all
you,
the love
started.
this
So yeah,
morning.
I love the love. Appreciate that. Like you said, Big Hank was saying it about Lord.
Loyalty.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I started thinking about it, about our loyalty.
Yeah.
We ended Tuesday about it was dealing with our loyalty to God, and then I was really, touched where I said, for the past 48 hours, I've been working on trying to just say something positive. Last night, I was in a little steamy, like, out the blue, a debate popped up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was ready to say some negative stuff. And my mind said, no, don't even say that. And then I complimented with positive stuff. But it was awkward for me. It's like breaking the norm.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, we study psychology when I was with Shaw State, and the norm is like, in the mornings, we don't think about how you put your pants on. You may go left leg first, right leg first. But if you ever think about it and say, hold up, it makes it awkward. You feel me? And so, because if you're running late, you don't even think, you just put your pants or your shirt on, throw left arm first, and, they're called norm. And I found one of the norms of myself was that I got a setback for approach. If you say something at me a certain way, I'm going to probably say something back. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
you're doing it out of reflex, man. And your reflex is to always defend yourself, man. I don't know what that is about people, but our reflex is to always defend ourselves, man. And so before you know it, you already said something. So like you said, it's a little awkward by saying, let me think about what I'm gonna say first before I say it. And
and that's what it was. I had to, and so I thought about, especially when I know a lot of the veterans watches on this show. And we know that some of our veterans had suicide. Now, I had an uncle who just died in June. Earlier June, everybody knows. And he served in Vietnam War, and he suffered from what they called Agent Orange. It was a chemical that they sprayed, supposed to be some type of toxic warfare, whatever, that affected our own veterans when it did. And all his organs deteriorating all at once. It's like before your eyes. My other uncle, he was a twin. My other uncle died from the same thing because they were stationed in the same spot in Vietnam. And so, and I started thinking about that loyalty. How through my family and hearing from my grandfathers and my other, great uncles and all that, talking how the wars. That's how I know about the Macon Revolution and coming through 1661. I know about this from hands-on, and it was amazing to me as I got older how loyal we are to this country. We accept all these who's in prison now. There's some reasons that some cats need to be in prison. Murders and child molesters, if you're a serial killer and a child molester, rapist, you need to me stay in prison. Somebody selling some dope that didn't kill nobody, or especially this weed thing. So many brothers and Latinos are in prison because of marijuana. And I'm saying now, like, bro, the police come, hey, welcome to the shop to give me your ID, and you get on. I'm like, man, but I'm loyal to my country.
Yeah.
I didn't get mad at Colin Kaepernick for taking a knee. I want to know why he took a knee.
Mm-hmm.
And what could we change to where he wouldn't want a knee? Instead of the backlash that he received, people attacked him personally. He was loyal. He took a knee.
Yeah.
And that caused such an outrage. People took his character as a football player, all this. I found out as his parents agreed with an name or adopted parents are white. She says one of the most beautiful do on the platform that you're on. Don't we pride ourselves on tackling subjects that may be a little bit awkward for those who listen to, we're not racist. Big Hank ain't none of that.
No.
But we're about telling the truth, being 100%.
Yes. Yes, sir.
No white people I know, none of my white family I know has ever been slave masters and everything. They're affected by the same corporations and stuff because they was left out. If y'all was left out, what you think? What they went? And to me, never will say, well, why would they? Or why would they? That's not me. We can all go to the store, meet at the grocery store, be like, yeah, you get your, boy. I want your family to eat just like I want my family to eat.
Yeah.
We have fought every war in this country, and I got proof. Became some of the videos I'm showing. This is about loyalty. Star said, "That's right, Lord." I'm gonna play this one.
It's got an afro. This is an afro right here, or somewhat of an afro. It's not big, no. But they want us to wear skin head, what they call it, high and tight. High and tight. It's not my culture. Am I right around? They come over here, they get, all right, a Vietnamese girl. She called me a nigger. A Vietnamese girl. I know it's not part of their language. Can't nobody tell me that's part of their language. But I'm gonna go over here. The beast, you know that. See, we go over here, we fight. Okay, we fight to defend the water we drink, the land we grow our food on, and our way of culture. We also fight to protect Rockefeller's foundations. We fight to protect J.P. Kennedy's foundation. All these different kind of foundations that the black man can't partake of, you understand? And then we go back, we're continuously harassed. It's not necessary. This ain't what we heard, this is what we know. See, we've seen it from the bird's eye point of view. We are the people here now, see. We see it now. This ain't what we heard, you know.
Also, I know y'all haven't been out in the Ville. Now, just like he said, these Oriental people don't know.
Yeah.
That's deep, man.
Yeah, that was
My
deep.
uncles used to tell me some serious stories, man. What?
Yeah.
You know, and remember when we were saying too, see, about Laurel, about do you walk past an harassment by police or a certain situation to go to a major group to try to protest over some, you know what I'm saying? Remember we was talking about that Tuesday?
Yeah.
I want to show, and I said when a person's individual, this is guy I want to show, man. This is a loyal dude.
All right.
And it's amazing the story, because this dude don't have to do it, but I'm glad he did. And look at what we can do, my people, if we, you know, it ain't even about race. Check this out. I'm checking.
Nothing more American than charging a black man in his own attempted lynching. Words spoke by Vox Booker, who last year on July 4th was assaulted by 5 white men in the woods of Bloomington, Indiana. They hit him, they tore his hair out, they yelled racial epithets at him, held him against a tree, all before calling for a noose for crossing onto private property on his way to a lake. Should be the end of the story. Mr. Booker gets justice and those men pay. Of course, that's not the case. This week, Special Prosecutor Sonia Learcamp decided to charge Mr. Booker with a felony in his own damn hate crime. I'm on her ass, and I know for the past year she's been pressuring Mr. Booker to dismiss all the charges, to sign a confidentiality agreement, and to go on a public forgiveness tour with his attackers. On my beacon in my bio is a petition to have Sonia Learcamp dismiss all the charges, and then she can resign after she's done. Let's remind Indiana that justice is not victim blaming anymore. The world is too small and we are too loud. Let's make some noise. Pressuring Mr. Booker to dismiss all the charges, to sign a confidentiality agreement, and to go.
Dang. That's crazy. How you gonna get a felony in your own beating case? What? That's crazy, man.
Starlet Evans, she said, yeah, that's deep as a black girl legal. I see it all, because she's a legal, and she's always see her through the whole county of LA.
That's what's up, Starlet.
For real, working with situations. See, this dude was loyal.
Yeah.
He started a petition. Now, how in the world do you get to felony for you getting a beat down against a tree?
Mm-hmm.
This
and
is
then they trying to get him to sign it away like it never happened.
And a forgiveness clause. These must be her cousins or something. Call Ruth May and tell them that our cousins going to jail. Put it on that nigga. You don't let my boys go to jail. But this guy was loyal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up his stuff, man, and sign the thing. You feel me? And the thing is, we say always talk about. If I hear old blacks, we need together. We need to come together. We need to come together. Those who said we actually came together themselves. It'll be a come together. You ever hear that? Hey man, we need to call, man. We need to, unite, man. Black and brown, we get together. I hear this all the time.
Yeah.
We're called in a system of lunatics. I must be woke because I feel like a Matrix just came out the pad and recognized the real world. Our shit is robotic.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much of a robot we were in society until former President Donald Trump got in office.
Yeah.
And I've seen some things where you think that I thought only, because what we saw that went nationally was something we go through every black neighborhood in the United States. What y'all witness is what has happened. What you do if you have 3 or 4 dogs and they starve them 2 or 3 days and you throw out run a little lamb through there? Rip that thing apart. They hungry. They come back to us in neighborhoods. And I've been like, where's your loyalty and stuff? And we've been in this country, bro. We weren't slaves. Everybody was slaves in the start of the country and the history of it. And I tell people, you don't have all your answers. You have to go to libraries. You have to go to, like, sometimes I go to a yard sale and find books, man. And I'm like, wow, this dude wrote this book in 1791, and he's specific about some stuff. I'm like, whoa. Jeremy Daniel said, present. What's up, Jeremy? God bless
you. What's up, Jeremy? What's happening, Jeremy?
Now, sometimes we own subjects, and we're talking about loyalty. We know the basic loyalties. I laughed more so much about what I was saying about the people who was loyal to former President Trump and rushed the Capitol building. But let's say 75% of them were crazy, but 25% of them had a mission. And it's what we call a diversion for a real purpose. Because the National Guard was called on the people protesting former President Trump when he came out the church. Showed him taking a picture in front of the Bible was upside down. But yeah, from the angle, what's going on with the photographer, the people back there beat. Now we got nooses. Let's not know United States. I thought we figured this out in 1861, the Civil War. We will not be divided. Where is your loyalty in this country? Then I've heard people say, I heard Senator Marjorie Greene say one time, you ain't loyal to the country because we ain't listening to your BS. You got situations at your own home. When you're causing division, Kaepernick took a knee. Why would everybody be so mad about that? And they found out what was the focus on. Police. Now you don't like when they do the riot, peaceful protesting, but somebody there rioting, and you want that. You don't want the businesses and all that stuff destroyed. When do people's lives matter over materials? Bring to the store and steal a radio. What you shooting it for? You get insurance to get 10 more from China anyway. Materials over life. Where your loyalty at to humanity? That's what I call loyalty to humanity. We become like nurses, in a way. You don't kill nothing, you don't let nothing die unless it's threat to family or yourself. We got to call it for what it is. Follow favorite rabbit hole of control is showing that part. That's what, and he got a serious point. He has a serious point. I'm going to bring back, follow the paperwork, the rabbit hole of control is showing. Absolutely. That's why that's the scientists right now. And his group of constituents. If it starts in Florida, look, this dude who's just showed the video we just showed, it's in Indiana. This stuff can branch out. And look, I'm controlling my household and help with the organization of my neighborhood. Ain't nobody trying to run no, can we try to work together? And don't think that I'm talking about blacks and whites. This ain't that type of civil war that we're heading to. It's the Armageddon heading to good versus evil. It don't have no discrimination of color or race. And these are demons that we deal with.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, we run, my family, we've always tried, when I got in trouble, man, my family it made me feel worse than the court systems. It said we work too hard for a certain way to look, you know what I'm saying? We can't have a breakdown, a mental breakdown, a social disorder. I said in my comedy, I don't know nobody in our neighborhood who can have Tourette's. I walk Long Beach Boulevard. And you're like, please come later. Got a problem there, son? Boy, man's walking off, bitch. What's going to happen? And that's it. He's saying it right here. All the money, the battle of the hat. Right now in California, they cut out middle class. It's either high class or low class, and low class is 100,000, 100 to 50,000. That's how they making the housing. When in the world you need a 610 or better score to rent an apartment? But we combating homelessness. Affordable Housing Act is, we want $2,000 for an apartment, but this dude can only afford $1,200. So on to help them with the other $800. Man, okay. But I have to speak. How is it that a lot of, they make us look like we're lazy or dumb? They can't, the way our system is, because foreigners can come over and Shell station, the 7-Elevens, whole.
Yeah. They get them. They get them the money. They give them the money, the loans, the banks giving them money and all that, so they can open up all kind of stuff. But we can't get it.
I just found out because I asked. I said, "How do y'all got 7-Eleven on the U.S.?" So I remember their line up 7-Eleven. I said, "How is it that y'all get all of this?" I asked her, I said, how did Joy just sent me and said that she didn't get the link? I'm like, oh snap. I thought I sent it to her. I'm pretty sure I did, but I asked the guy, I said, how do y'all get the, not trying to say you shouldn't, but how did you get the link? Then still on, she just in the audio because she couldn't show her face. How having a gas station, how, when we've been through here all this time, right? Right now, I could have sworn I sent it to her. They can't, how they get the contracts, how they get You know, Jeremy Daniels said government robbing Peter to pay Paul while killing the average American home. I can see that. Carl Loomis. This is what I was just thinking about. Carl Loomis. He said, "Rowan,
What's up,
Big Hank, what's up,
Paul?
y'all? What's up, Carl?" Um, oh, okay. Cynthia, I sent it to your text. I thought she said, "Nope, I didn't." Laugh out loud. My bad. I would not. Um, so we need to make sure. Now, I'll show a video, and this is a video who is devoted, and he can't get no help. And we showed how there was a platoon that's loyal to this country. Check this guy.
When I went for a job and they sent me to the state employment agency, you know what they told me? Well, I see you have a minor infraction here for public intoxication while driving a motor vehicle. So I said, what that mean? I did 3 tours over there, 2 voluntary tours. You didn't say nothing about that little infraction when I was over there fighting and killing people. The majority of my friends from Brownsville, Harlem, and Memphis died. Some of them don't have no motherfucking waist from down to up. Some of them can't see. Some of them are just shell shocked. You dig it? I was lucky. I got a motherfucking Chinese-made rifle bullet in my motherfucking foot. It make me feel like I want to kill every motherfucker who made me go over there. Every motherfucker who said I had to go. That goes from the motherfucker who put the stamp on the letter, who sent me the token, to the motherfucking bus that took me to Fort Dix. Every single one of them motherfuckers. That's how it make me feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's they had to draft.
Wow.
It was making them go, and then bring them back. You know, Carl said, "Hope is well, y'all. 107 to 87 is just one day crazy freaking weather out here in the desert. 107 to 87. Yeah, that almost sounds like LA at night, but set to 107. It dropped like 30 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see this stuff, right? And when I was a kid, hearing my uncles sharing the stories, I remember the Polaroids that they shared. Like they on the knees, they take a picture sideways, and they on the knees looking towards the terrain stuff, right? It showed me the pictures. And they was big fans of Muhammad Ali taking a stance and stuff. I found out my uncle and a lot of the soldiers was impressed with Muhammad Ali. Was loyal to his belief, and that's one of the things I want to talk about. Are we loyal to your own beliefs? Not what somebody tells you. Not because the group is doing it. Big Hank.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, went to church when you used back in the day and they have testimony service. So here's to Joy. Cynthia, I'm so apologetic about that.
I
thought I sent it. You know, I sent it for real. I had just made sure that you was doing therapy and stuff for real. I thought you was doing therapy. I lied to you not. I didn't know you didn't get it. You sent it
it's
to
all
you.
good. You sent me 3 links, but 2 of them was for sharing and to watch. But it's good. No, I ain't that therapy, but I am grinding. I am working, doing what I do. So you know.
What's up, Cynthia?
How you doing, boo? How you
doing,
Big Hank?
I'm good, baby. You straight?
Nice there,
always.
Cynthia.
You know I'm in the building,
okay.
so I'm always straight.
That's what's
nice
up.
Too. You know, still
the only back.
Hey, beautiful. How you doing, Sugarfoot?
Working.
Look, me too.
On the audio.
Offline. I mean, I'm about to cut my camera off too.
Oh, both of y'all gotta be on camera.
We can't hang with the boys today.
Okay, so y'all can hear it though. You know, we just
that's it. Yes. We'll keep it on. And if I have to respond, trust me, I'll come on in.
That part right there.
All right, man.
Okay. Okay. Well, I understand, ladies. They be listening. Everybody they on the. Carl said, I don't think anybody's loyal to their own beliefs anymore. They all want to be a bunch of sheep. What does just my he said, what does just my personal opinion? Hey man, we were just saying that. Starlet says, "How you beautiful women?"
Yeah,
and she laughed at this
Hey,
one.
beautiful sugar foot lady.
I know my walk is shaky as I get out. He has carried me, but I always stood up for my life, and that's what that's the thing. We was just talking about. Okay, we can only destroy. I can't fear death. I don't know when it's gonna come. But as long as he gives me this opportunity, which is grace to my understanding, I got to try to do things right. So when that time do come, because when I got shot, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't say, Lord, forgive me of my sins, like I always picture I probably would if I was facing death. I said, oh Lord, no, they didn't. they shouldn't. It went so fast. And I know, so I said, I don't know if I could get my life right in a matter of seconds.
No, you can't.
Yeah, matter of fact, I know it could, because that was in 2002, and I'm just now starting 5 feet I feel on the level, and I'm trying to reach 100. I'm not where I used to be.
That's right.
Yeah. And anybody who's listening, like we're saying, you have to ask yourself, what's your own beliefs? Or is your belief shooken up? Or you with someone and you feeling this ain't right, but you too scared to say anything because of the repercussions? Doesn't that make you a coward?
That part.
Yeah.
You got to put you first always, because you can't be no good for nobody else if you ain't good for yourself.
Yeah, as a kid, I've never been a bully, or I've been bullied. I've never been bullied. I've never built under peer pressure. I've had cats say, I mean, you weak. Well, I'm gonna be weak to whatever. But I seen some homies, I remember seeing homies, I said, what you doing with them? Hey, hanging. He give me it in his eyes. You can see it in his eyes. I really don't want to go. Stand up for your belief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't have to make somebody 10 toes down. 10 toes down is for what you believe in, something that's right. What dude laying in the house with his wife and kids and hears some noise and he goes hiding? What type of motherfucker shoe?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You're loyal to your own beliefs. Big Hank, you loyal. Big Hank is loyal to his family. I'm telling you, I'm a witness.
Yes,
you
man.
Know,
Lord of God's house. Lord of God's house. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so she's saying, she was like, yes, I know, working on school bullying issues now.
All right. Started. Keep up the good work, man. That work you're doing is really positive, and that's what we need in the community.
For real. My mother, if you face somebody who's bigger than you, you can't fight and beat you with your hands, you better pick up a rock or a stick. But my stepdad, who served in Vietnam, showed me how to use my belt. Man, I saw so good. I had a belt like a nunchuck. For real, I was in the 3rd, 4th grade. I got suspended a couple times because I'm beating with the buckle of the belt. But I look at what Carl just said about we don't even be loyal to some of our beliefs. All these people ran into the Capitol. What was you was loyal to? But when the guy got arrested, the one with the bull horns, and he was just sitting up there just having a good. It's a fancy for him until he was in that jail, and that mother started crying. He talked about he got it only organic. He can eat that stuff for prisoners. There's you in jail. You know, I see what I'm loyal to. If I dealt with a child molester, if I seen a dude or some grown up trying to snatch a child, I'm going to interact. It's just my instinct. One time I was in going my son in Moreno Valley, and his mother said she hadn't got yet. She'd be on her way, so I was parked in the alley, and a little probably wasn't good 2 years old, little Latino baby just ran out in the alley. So I'm looking like, well, where's his parents? I don't see nobody, and the little boy just is running out. So I get out my car, and I said, "Hey, little Nino," and he turns around and he just runs to me with his arms up. So I'm like, I don't see a parent or nothing. So I pick up the little baby and I take him through the gate that I seen him coming out. And I seen it was a fourplex. And the little baby, I see little kids and this other little, and this lady was walking by. I said, "Hey, ma'am," I said, "Here, I got the little baby here." And all of a sudden she started screaming. She said, "Oh my God." Oh, you know, they were going, and she's like, "Oh, thank you, thank you." Well, they was cooking and they had the little kids in one of the living rooms, but he done got out and went through the gate. And I just happened to be there to see him run. He was going to run down into the streets. And my instincts was to get this little baby because I'm loyal to kids. He came to me so easily out and out. I pick him up and I box, excuse me. All of a sudden, I started screaming, they running out. And I was like, yeah, he was running away. They was crying, and you know, I was like, I'm gonna get up out of here like Sidney Poitier and Lilies of the Field. You know what I'm saying? They would see, hey man, let me get them out of here. You know, not saying, hey, I said, yo, God bless. Let me get up out of here. Loyal. That's why my loyalty is to kids.
That's what's up.
You know, for real. I don't believe in no such thing as a bad kid or no. It's just that some kids need some attention, and other kids want to be independent. I've always had a neighborhood full of kids at my house, and when I cook for everybody who's in the house. I've always done like that. I'm loyal to it. I'm loyal to neighborhoods, and like when Big Hank and what St. Luke's Holy Baptist Church on the west side of Long Beach, how I've always talked about that was in the neighborhood. If you go and everybody around the neighborhood is dead and decrepit, then something's wrong with it. Because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, my man got on them. What the fuck are those? He got Cadillacs on his toes. What the fuck is wrong with you, bruh?
Yes, sir.
Oh man. Now everybody knows that I used to have a bone against what's his name? Tucker Carson Tucker, right? And he's off the air right now.
Right.
So now you know who my new nemesis is, and you know who my new nemesis is.
What?
Ron DeSantis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I think that before we get off that, since we're disqualified, and first they want to push out that we didn't exist in history. They want to take out Martin Luther King and Frederick Douglass for real out the teachings in school. They did that. Now they want to teach that you few blacks that are here, you benefited from slavery. Well, I say that Florida should not have none of our inventions. Anybody can think of inventions that blacks have done, and Latinos, because you see how they did the Latinos. They had hurricane, Hank. They had a hurricane, and they brought in Latinos that was not citizens yet, and promised them that they give them green cards and citizenship if they ain't the Florida from that hurricane. Man, they bust them motherfuckers up to New York. Man, think they about to get paid.
Yeah.
They bust them out of Florida. They wrote the thing that no non-Americans will be persecuted if you come back to. I said, man, that's some gangster stuff. See, this is deeper than what I'm talking about, the teaching slavery. He had them go work, cleaned up Florida from their hurricane, bust them to Washington, D.C., and wrote up a law. If you are you can be prosecuted, all that stuff. This is what's going on with this guy. Even though, as far as between him and former President Donald Trump and the Republican Party, I'm trying to figure out any type of movement that his constituents. He don't run a whole state. He signs the stuff. But that's been my point. And so I'm like, you're going to be like that, Florida. One, I feel like you need to do is figure out how you're going to deal with your traffic, because you can't have traffic lights. We invented it. I did a TikTok where I say, can't wax your cars and stuff. Peanut oil. George Carver, 1,000 uses of a peanut. Hey, Carl, thanks, bro. You said, okay, guys, I got to get back to it. Have a great show.
All right, Carl. Peace out.
Carl Loomis, that's my bro.
Yes, sir.
What others they can't have down in Florida, Big Thing?
Man, they can't eat no peanut butter. They can't eat nothing, man. They can't get none of that stuff, man. They can't. I think, man, we elevators, escalators, all that. They can't get none of that stuff, man. We did all that.
Been up since 4:30, busting up. So y'all have a good one, man, for sure. I'm in that movie.
Peace out. Yeah.
See, and the reason I'm saying this about inventions and everything, because it's so disrespectful. And then it's the blacks that support it. And it was, and so then that's why I said this new war we're headed, to me, is the Armageddon, good against evil. Because evil seems to be reigning. And when you have evil so much around and a lot of weak people, evil seems to be in more control. And God said, only fear me. And he let us know you're going to be around, but he can't mess with you. You got a power on you once you accept the blood of Christ. Which is saying the spirit, not saying you drinking the goblet of blood and all that BS. Ain't nobody in. I'm not into that satanic rituals and all that. I'm not into that. I'm not into being scared of some demons and some movie where the face is on big eyes. It don't bother me. Demons don't look like horrible looking witchy thing. Some looking smooth and up for real. Some demons fine and one woman Coca-Cola. They come in nice shapes, type 10, nice booty, titty. Demon. You don't know because you lost. For real.
What?
I'm just saying demons can come in any type of form. I said pools and all that. Demons can be a nice, tall, dark, handsome man and stuff for real. Demons can come Foxy Francine Beauty and Cynthia. Not saying y'all demons, I'm saying is they have different forms. It's not just a hideous looking.
Yeah.
I was in college, dude trying to pinpoint the women who would have VD, women who don't. Now, the real big old ugly women is ones he said had the VD, but the pretty women didn't. When he got with the pretty woman, she burnt him like matches. Yeah. And now you know what I told him? Let you know that VD could be in the good ones, pretty looking ladies, or the ugly looking lady. Ugly lady ain't never had nothing. I'm just calling.
You know what? I'm going to sleep.
I'm pick what our demons look like. The demons can be the ones that
he said the ugly. He said the ugly lady ain't never had nothing.
That's what she said.
Demons ain't never had nothing.
Because ain't nobody really
off the line.
I should have let him know she don't got nothing. Ain't nobody trying to knock no boots on her.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
I've seen women drive by a decent looking brother at the bus stop, but ride with the pretty boy said car on the passenger side. He doesn't work, ain't nothing. If you ain't growing, what's it there for? That's my thing. That's my take. I'm just saying my perspective, you know. Words won't speak for no, but the demons can be your. Ask people who was worshiping under Eddie Long. We want to set certain people to be the demons, but we don't want to set some others to be demons. Because you know, you ever been around somebody, everybody else kind of cool with it, but something in the spirit be like, something ain't right.
Yep. Y'all been there before, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm sensitive to that, man. I can when you ain't right, I can feel it. You know, when you ain't right, I can feel it, man. So I just listen. I listen to I let the spirit tell me what's going on, man. So I listen.
That part. That's what I'm saying. Something, you feel me? Look here, y'all. They got it like a python going up to Eve. He wasn't a snake at the time. He got sensitive to that. God, he came smooth. He didn't come like the exorcist. He was like, hey, you want to live forever? And she taught Adam in the hidden. He hit biting the fruit. It didn't say the apple. Fruit. Actually,
yeah.
Here come. Where you at? Hide behind leaves. Talking about I'm naked.
Yeah, man. Who told you that, man? Who told you that?
Where you got that from?
Yeah.
I know they naked.
Yeah.
But people don't understand. Look here. In types of forms. High places, low places. For real. Kindred ones, your co-workers. Like Big Hank said, you got down there by to see if it's the spirit of God.
Yeah.
Real. All the things and guess what? as long as positive, that's where we're at. As long as you stay strong and positive.
Yes, sir.
You got to keep moving each day. Big Hank, what you going to end it with, bro?
Man, listen, like I always do, man. Hey, listen, live your life like God is watching because He is. Period. Yes, sir.
And I want to ask to everybody, y'all keep Big Hank going to have a nice weekend with his wife, his significant other. I was called Big Hank. And so I seen her when she was leaving earlier and so wanted to say, hey, y'all have a good travels and enjoy that. He looking forward to the glow on Big Hank and stuff. Miss Francine Beauty, what you got to say before we end it out?
Well, my Wi-Fi is so messed up here. That's why I love being at home when we talk on Tuesdays. But the topic again is all about being loyal. So that's why I'm here, because I'm loyal to my boy Roy. So everybody just stay true to your friends and to your family, and you'll see everything just come together. Just be loyal. Whatever they need, be there for them.
Amen.
Appreciate that.
Amen.
And he said, no, it's over already. Yeah, we really, Mr.
I love her.
Yes, sir. Charlotte.
So good and stuff, but we try to be respectful of the times and the people that's running. But I want to say, this is the end of 11th week. This week will be our last for season 7. I'm talking trying to lay out some of the editing for our past shows to fill in the gaps, because we probably going to be trying to take a 2 or 3 weeks vacation before we come out for season 8. And so one of the things I just want to say is I thank God we can come up here for an hour, 2 hours. To me, it's our like our own, I call it a cafe shop or our ministry or whichever, open talk. God is not ashamed. He is not a man to be mocked. If we ain't ashamed of him, he's not ashamed of me or became Cynthia from Francine Beauty, L. Star Evans, and Carl. He's not ashamed. We're headed into a cycle where it's getting more crazy than this.
Yes.
They're teaching and more divisions grow and stuff, because the devil needs as many members as he can have with him. And so, like Big Hank said, you need to act like you God is watching 24 hours, because he is. It's not that he isn't. He is. Bobby, people just enjoy the great topics. He is watching. And I explore you. It's like I've been doing every day. Big Hank yesterday, Tuesday, and we're going to get off here. You said constant repentance.
Constant repentance.
Or, when you repent, this, I can't, even when I don't know if I did anything wrong. If I don't know, then forgive me, Lord. All right. So, y'all have a beautiful weekend. You be safe this weekend. Big Hank.
Right.
Miss
Peace out, man. Thanks.
We see y'all in a minute.
Thank you.
God be out.
God bless.
Welcome to the Roy Anthony every Tuesday and every Thursday. Y'all tap in.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is
Anthony
anybody out
show
there?
is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie.